And what's going on YouTube? Gabe here with Favi Dork. You probably know me from trade1348.com. Go ahead, check out the link down in the description. Promo code GAINS. Get your first month absolutely free. And let me just showcase some of the plays I'm in. Currently, I'm in 405 SPY calls. Let's go to the chart, and then I'll give you the story as to how I made over $200,000 in one day. But here we go. We have the SPY. What a day, Wednesday, April 26th. Now, did we expect this death? No, we didn't. However, our algorithms, this traffic light here, let's go ahead and measure this out. From this indication, you made $3.23. Now, if you shorted this, well, you're playing shares, but if you were playing options and playing put side, you made a lion's sum, okay? Now, let me go ahead and go into platform and show you where this was alerted on the 5-minute. So we don't leave things to chance here. We have the 5-minute beta, and we can find the SPY being signaled down at 12:45. This was something I was very, very interested in. And once I saw this alert down, I knew it was go time. SPY down 12:45. Now back to the charts here. We are looking at Nvidia when we should not be looking at Nvidia. Ah, there goes my SPY charts. Okay, we're going to get into Nvidia in a second. But my SPY charts here alerted, and you play the move down. Right? Now, I did play the move to the upside. Now, why did I play the move to the upside? Well, first and foremost, I didn't want to play Facebook earnings. Earnings? A little tricky. However, I did buy 405 calls for May 5th with that expiration. But what I noticed here in our chart will show you, and it alerted me. We go to the 4-hour, and what we saw was that the SPY came all the way down to the 48 EMA, and it bounced. That's what we were looking for. We were looking for this bounce. So this is what prompted my entry into the SPY call. I figured today was just really, really oversold, whatever the implications are, whatever the news is. And of course, we got GDP tomorrow. So that could play a major part. You know, people just uncertain, like, hey, what's GDP going to do? But going back to the charts, that was my thesis here. On the 5-minute, I was on the 4-hour and saw the 48 EMA level. Now, also to help me along with this play, I also saw that there was sensitivity on the 4-hour via the RSI bouncing from oversold territory. Now, again, this is a risky maneuver. I rather have not played earnings on Facebook, although I probably would have made more. I felt like I just needed to relax and chill since I just absolutely murdered Nvidia. But now that you understand what we were using for support and resistance, the 48 EMA, and we were using traffic lights as a guidance, I want to bring you over to the Nvidia play. Now, in the Nvidia play, let's go ahead and break this down because my entry was actually on the 5-minute yesterday. Okay. Now, what prompted my entry with Nvidia was simply the consolidation after being severely oversold. Once again, we have a traffic light signal right here, boys and girls, and let's go ahead and measure this move. Should you have gotten in on this candle or maybe halfway through the candle after receiving the alert from our proprietary platform, and you played it down to this level here. This level, first touch at the level, $6.28, of which throughout the day, it just really went flat. And I'm saying to myself, okay, there is some strength in this move. There's got to be some strength there. There's something there. Well, we had Microsoft and we had Google earnings, and it's a week of tech. Okay, back to the charts here, and I want to pay attention to what's happening on the daily with Nvidia. Now, on the daily, what we saw here, massive consolidation at this level here at 271.25, right? You can see there's massive consolidation. There's strength in this zone. I also found this candle, which was also Tuesday, April 25th, to be rather aggressive, breaking below the 24. I found this to be a very aggressive move. So I set myself up to play the call. And in doing so, if we go back to the 5-minute here, from my entry down here at 263, I then went ahead and exited my play at the top of this wick. Now, getting out of this play here, I quickly realized that, hey, you know what? We do trade in some very volatile markets, so what goes up must come down. We have a traffic light that brings you down to a level at 267.05, of which we then go ahead and see we have a reversal indicator here with RSI complementing that play, which led into a traffic light, which then guides you from traffic light entry all the way up to 273.30. Now, if you guys are wondering where these levels are coming from, they're coming from our chart. They do so dynamically and automatically. So this was a very strong play. On the 5-minute, we found that the moves are very, very predictable and much more tolerable as long as we play each play to a level. Now, we could see another opportunity here to play a traffic light down to the 48. That was a dollar move. Then we get a reversal with the RSI. We do get some traffic light indications. Rules of our strategy would be to avoid traffic lights that are existing on the 24 and or cancels out once you get retracement into the 24. So what do I mean by this? I mean, we get a bounce from the 48, you get a traffic light to the upside. We are aware of this level. We immediately get a retracement down to the 24, which invalidates the bullish signal of this traffic light. Of course, we go ahead and wait for another indication. This was a traffic light down, invalidated by this break of the 24 to the upside. Of course, we then get dual traffic lights down. These are dual traffic lights down, okay? And these are back to back. This tends to happen as our traffic lights, they are self-correcting. In doing so, we then have a traffic light to the downside, of which we can then play, we expect it to the 200 EMA. It gave you a little more than you deserve. And then, of course, we see the 200 EMA, and we currently have a bounce leading into after hours. And this is led by the SPY play. Let's look at the SPY again, led by this SPY move. Currently, the SPY has bounced. As you can see, there was a minor level printed here, which also goes hand in hand with the level here. This is the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Okay, so going back to the 5-minute here, we now see a traffic light to the upside, of which the candle broke above the 24 and is currently consolidating. Now, why am I sharing this? Why would this even be relevant? Well, for those who like to play shares in pre-market and after hours, this is a fairly good tool to have. Okay, again, a proprietary tool. Of course, you could see traffic light down to levels here. These levels automatically printed for you. We do have a bounce and then a traffic light breaking the 24. Of course, then breaking below once again, right? Just putting you in a position to take profit consistently. And with that consistency and having strong conviction in a system that literally just paints everything for you. We do have other accompanying indicators that support our thesis on the traffic light. And what we have here is the thigh gap indicator. You could see we indicate with a finger. You could literally top tick the top of the momentum here and then just take her all the way down. We also have the trade 1348 Genie, and these are all tools used to assist traders in making the most optimal trades. These are tools that I use to allow myself to make 6 figures per month. Now, yesterday was yesterday into today was one of those very wild days, and I'm pretty much set for the month. My 405 calls are rather small in comparison. I will say that I did play with oversized positions through the swings and the ups and downs of today. Okay, so going back to the chart, you could see there's obviously opportunities to make money here. There's no wizardry here. Our charts do this automatically for you. Okay, we can go ahead and see the same with Tesla. For those who like to play Tesla here, you could see our traffic light signaled at market open on the 5-minute all the way down to death. So you knew from this point to a level you were printing. Of course, you had moments of bullish momentum, of course, bringing you up. And then, of course, you get corrected with this traffic light all the way back down. For those who play shares, you understand the 5 minutes where it's at. For those who play options, you see the power in these moves. And this is Trade 1348 and how I made 260 something thousand odd dollars today. Something like that. Anyways, this is Gabe. I'm signing out. Peace.